Taurus, how are you? This is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Most of my readings are not date or time specific. This reading, however, this series of readings is for the first half of February, specifically around the whole notion of Mars and Venus coming together. Mars is presently chasing Venus in the cosmic playground, and he's going to catch her on the 16th of February, but I thought it would be fun to take a more specific dive into our relationships. I'm using a true love spread. I'm using Valentine's for the spread for the extendeds. So if you're watching this many weeks later, that's okay. Just take a trip down memory lane and see what's coming up for you during the first 2 weeks of February. Okay. Well, Mercury's finally turned around, or he's turning around today, the 3rd, the 4th, depending on where you are in the world. We're still in Mercury retrograde storm because that is a very tense energy, so it may be bumpy for a little while longer, but he and Venus are finally moving in the right direction and wrapping up their post-shadow phases. Hallelujah. So that's all I really want to talk about for now. There are other things coming down the pike, but we're just going to stick with that. I hope you had a good new moon and set some powerful intentions. Here is your Oracle Taurus. We start with, and this is all present energy. I'm not looking in the past for this. We start with Buffalo Spirit. I'm using Spirit Animal Oracle. And the abundant universe will provide card number 10. So we've got some completion here, and the hint of a new beginning. But it's coming through in protection. When it comes through reverse, that's a protection sign. And this is asking you to shift out of poverty, lack, or scarcity consciousness, right? Trust that the abundant universe will provide. I want to say Aries got a very similar card. Or similar message, I should say. So there's a theme here around scarcity in matters of the heart, right? Lack consciousness. There's not enough for me. I'm not getting enough of what I need. So this card reminds you that fear and lack and self-pity are all thought viruses that can seduce you into darkness. So you do not want to go there. And you're reminded to start with a gratitude list. If you're struggling with issues around scarcity, abandonment, lack consciousness, and this can be in your finances too, Taurus, since you rule that house. Wherever you're feeling like there's not enough, right? Start with a gratitude list and then just give something to someone who you know has less than you, whether it's tangible goods or, maybe it's giving somebody a nice tip or gratuity if you have the funds to do so. Maybe even a kind word to somebody who you know is down, or even just opening a door for an older person or somebody who's struggling with a crap ton of kids. Do you see where I'm going? So in those conscious acts of kindness and sort of the paying it forward energy, we can turn this back upside right. Your next card out was Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Yes, card number 11. I know it's hard for you to see, but it's card 11. So right away, we've got really powerful energy. Transformation is beautiful, but it requires going through some uncomfortable stages. Think of the caterpillar. It is not fun for them to liquefy. That's what happens in the chrysalis. They literally liquefy and transform into something entirely different. So you got to let go of the forms of your life that no longer fit the new you, is the message of this card. And that can be uncomfortable because it can include people. It can include situations. It can include a job. It can include, who you choose to spend your time with and who you let into your energetic space in terms of social media, etc. So choose to see the beauty in the situation or the experience. It is all around you, even if it's a little uncomfortable. And your last card is card 18, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So be gentle with yourself, Taurus, and then be gentle with others, especially if there is a need to negotiate a sensitive topic or situation right now. Be mindful of your words and actions and consider the other person's needs. So I'm seeing a nice little, theme here of just like something difficult is unfolding. It is unfolding for your highest good. You are not in no man's land. You're not in Five of Pentacles land. There is plenty. Be gentle with yourself and others. Consider everyone's needs, include starting with your own. That's really important, but we're talking about relationships here, so you get where I'm going. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your connection. I'm using the True Love spread. I'll lay out the cards and I'll walk you through it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading that you will consider joining us here by subscribing. Would love to have you join us. And for those who are returning, much love and my gratitude to you. It's been a bumpy ride so far this year. January, 2020 and 2021 had nothing on January 2022, in my opinion. So I'm kind of glad it's in the rearview mirror. All for the better, though, but still, like the butterfly spirit, all for the better and all for the beauty, but my goodness, it was bumpy. Okay, here we go. It's coming through for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You may be here as a cross-watcher. That's absolutely fine. Ooh, I like the star. Let me move these up a little bit. I want you to still see them, but I need space. Ooh, okay. What's on the bottom? Eight of Swords, right? That energy of feeling stuck, not knowing your next best step, maybe overthinking the whole situation, and also doubting yourself. So that's underneath. It's kind of like permeating the energy field, if you want to say it that way. First card out represents you, your current feelings, attitudes, and or expectations. I think you're pretty hopeful here. I think you're kind of trusting that the universe has your back and will provide, as the Buffalo Spirit card lets you know. You may be trying to balance your emotional world versus your physical world, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in the ground. This is Aquarian energy. We are in Aquarius season, and we just came through an Aquarian new moon. So you may be feeling that sense of really connected and aligned with the principles of Aquarian energy, which is very humanitarianly focused. Also very different, freedom loving, no restraints. I'm going to let my freak flag fly kind of energy. So I do feel like this is you with your eyes to the sky and to the hope that you're holding for the future. Your partner, Queen of Swords, their current feelings, their current attitudes, their current expectations. They may be expecting, if this is their expectations, they may be expecting like to get the 10th degree. They may be expecting or anticipating. You may have lots of questions for them. But if this is their attitude, I feel they come in peace. I feel this person is operating in a more practical, they're kind of checking their emotions at the door. They're seeing the situation, the pros and cons, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of they've got a balance sheet sort of running here with this Queen of Swords. And so their attitude is more of, where can we meet in the middle? See how the hand is extended. And by the way, just because it's a queen doesn't mean it can't be a guy. The energies are universal. So I feel this person has some emotional distance from the situation, but they still come in peace and are looking for clarity in ways where you can both sort of feel heard. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there because I'm going to clarify it and that'll change everything. This card represents the characteristics of the connection. So I would say that this is very celebratory. You're joyful, etc. I'm not feeling that based on all the other cards I'm seeing. I feel there could be a third party scenario here, and or this is something that really started as a friendship and maybe you want more than they can offer. So I'm just kind of feeling like the Three of Cups here may represent the connection in terms of how it began. And there may be other people in the mix. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Fourth card, this is the strength of the connection, is someone here is super grounded. I think it's the Taurian. I feel like if you're here as a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this card is representing that energy of nurturer, dependable, safe, creating a safe place to land. This is stability, groundedness. It is also a feminine archetype of a life partner, someone you can count on and depend upon, who shows up for you. So the strength here, the strength in the connection is that somebody's pretty grounded and holds it all together for the two of you. Very likely the Taurian. Doesn't have to be. This is the weakness. There's a conflict here, and I'm feeling the outside sources. The Five of Wands can be you feeling conflicted or them feeling conflicted. It can be arguments between the two. That's not how it's coming through in this particular reading. It's coming through as outside interference, people getting in the way, kicking up shit, and making it difficult. And yeah, I mean, especially if there's a third party. I'm just saying that. The True Love card, this identifies where your relationship can be the most successful and or something that needs to be addressed. Communication. So I feel as if this person is sort of coming into that energy of, yeah, I've got questions or they've got questions. I'm all open to it. And I feel like the best way to deal with the elephant in the room here is through solid, firm, clear, non-emotional communication. Okay? Okay. So now that I got all that done, and that's why the second guessing yourself card here is problematic. Because you're trying to think your way through the thicket of all of this when you really need to sort of drop into your heart chakra. It's just a sidebar. Okay, the Star. This is you. Yep, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, King of Cups. Yeah, you want this person to sort of open up to you more emotionally. This is you. Flying solo here, but you're keeping hope alive that the two of you will be together, that this person will, something will shift and they'll be more emotionally available to you, for you. When the King of Cups comes out underneath, in my mind, it's the keeper of your heart, right? Because it's in the unconscious territory. It's in the psyche. So this is the person who's the keeper of your heart. The main card here is this Two of Cups. That's what you're keeping hope alive for. That would be the wish granted, is that this one that you love enters into a more balanced partnership with you. Queen of Swords. I kind of feel that the way the Queen of Swords is coming in based on the clarifiers is this is their expectation. They're expecting like you to be in this Queen of Swords energy, almost absent emotion. I think it's more you than them. That's what they're expecting, because here they are with the Knight of Cups and the Magician manifesting this offer of love, second chances and forgiveness with the Judgment card, right? But they're kind of, it's almost as if they're anticipating a cool reception, if that makes sense. Because this is their current feelings, attitudes, and or expectations. So the expectation here feels like it's dominant. Their attitude may be, I'm very clear, this is the direction I'm headed, I know what I'm doing, I've thought it through. Queen of Swords can be that energy as well. But they are looking for some measure of either reunion here or forgiveness, second chances, if you get where I'm headed with that. That's looking good so far. It's almost like you're on the same page, but you probably don't know it. The Three of Cups is the connection. Yeah, I feel there's been a difficulty because somebody's being, I feel like the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, we've got the, you know, what brings you together is, this is the love of my life. Like, this is the one I'm supposed to be with. but nothing's really happening. The Nine of Cups can be wish fulfillment, but in the psyche, it sort of represents some measure of complacency. And I see it here because there's been a heavy burden around this connection. And I feel that it's the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups can just be, whatever the third party energy is for you. It can be work obligations. It can be, whatever it is that takes you or takes them, their attention off the connection. So whatever interrupts that, it can be distance. It can be parental obligations, work obligations. It can be ego. But I'm feeling as if that, that's been like the albatross here. That's been really a difficult thing to sort of navigate and negotiate. But notice the number. It's a 10. This is about offloading the difficult energy in this connection coming from the Three of Cups. There is potential wish fulfillment here available to you. So overall, I'm kind of seeing it positively because I feel like I'm seeing a shift. There's something that you may be able to offload here to maintain the relationship, to maintain this connection. This is your strengths, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, whoever the Queen of Pentacles is, again, I think it's the Taurian. I might be wrong, but that's my feeling. Trust in my intuition here, right? Because there's the Patience, Temperance. Whoever is this Queen of Pentacles, it's almost as if they've thrown it all in the air and said, I'm going for it. I'm in. I'm taking the leap of faith. I know who I am. I'm grounded and stable. I've assessed the risk. I'm being patient. I'm patiently waiting for all the energies to come into flow and balance, but I'm operating from the strength of my intuition, my inner knowing. Yeah, that's good. And I kind of feel like it's coming more from whoever is the Taurian, but I do feel like this Temperance card is good for both of you. It suggests that there's, some measure of self-control and restraint, allowing things to come into flow and balance. The High Priestess could also be communication at 5D because it's underneath, so it feels like it's not the dominant energy of your strengths, but it's there. And there's some measure of calculated risk in this connection that works for both of you. Five of Wands is the weakness. Yeah, I do feel like whatever is causing the conflict, if you are in separation at this time, there's there could be gossip, there could be, with that Page of Swords, it feels like spying, keeping tabs, trying to figure out, what path is this person taking? Are they on the path to me? Am I on the path to them? All the worry, drama. I'm just seeing a lot of drama here. And it's coming from outside sources, yes, but it's still what you're picking up on. And remember, where was it? Bring a gentle touch here. The Dear Spirit was sort of basically saying, consider everything that's going on. And, sometimes you got to give someone a pass for their energy. Sometimes that's just what you got to do. And I feel like the weakness here is it's hard to sort of get out of the, when things run on a loop in your brain. Obsession. I could not find the word. Honest to God. I couldn't find the word. I was waiting for somebody to say, you're trying to say obsession. Let's call it obsession adjacent because it's underneath. So it's not like right here all the time, but it's in the background. And as a result, that energy kind of makes you suspicious and doing some, subterfuge and skulking around in somebody's timeline or, in their feed or their social media, whatever. It just feels to me like whatever this conflict is, it doesn't serve either of you very well. It's the weak point in the connection. The strong point is you can get beyond that by controlling, right? Self-control and restraint is Temperance's name. controlling those impulses, and they do feel like impulses. True love card. Can the relationship be successful? If so, how? Yeah, you got to overcome all that ish, right? Communication will do it. This is about getting over all the, shady energy. It feels to me like the Seven of Swords has been coming out a lot lately as avoidance. I feel like somebody's avoidant here. Could be that you take turns in the energy of the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can also be deception, self-deception, their deception of self, and it can also, and that's why the Ace of Swords is here, right? Truth exists. Truth is there. What's the truth is a situation. So I feel like you do have some strengths going for you, and this connection can be successful if you talk. Elephant in the room kind of talk. Yeah, Aries got a similar message. If you're dealing with an Aries, you might want to check that reading out. It was very similar. So, right, because the focus there as well as it is here is underneath, there are truths that already exist that you're not paying attention to or you're choosing to ignore. And that is leading to all kinds of weird energy that leads to obsession, that leads to self-deception, that leads to, shady ass energy, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, so I'm going to tell you who showed up in the reading, but I'm also going to let you know that the link to the extended is below if this is resonating for you. We're going to look at your love theme. We're going to look at your love challenge in this connection. We're going to look at your lesson that you're working on, their lesson that they're working on. We're also going to look at your growth zone in this connection, as well as your sex and romance zone for this time period. So the link's below. I'll see you there. Here's who showed up in your reading. Aquarius. Virgo in the Nine of Pentacles. King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Magician is Virgo and Gemini. That's a card of Mercury. Judgment is Scorpio, really a card of Pluto. We have Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Fool is Aquarian energy. Temperance is Sagittarian energy. High Priestess is Pisces. And and Leo in the Strength card. So that's who showed up energetically. The link to the extended is below. I will see you there. Otherwise, stay well. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I'll be hanging out here, so come visit me in the comments. Bye for now.